Hey there, are you suffering from lumbar spinal stenosis? That's a type of back pain that happens in the lower back, especially for people over 50 years old. I'm going to talk about an exercise routine that can help out people that suffer from lumbar spinal stenosis today. Hey, real quick, before we go any further, just in case you don't know me, my name is Dr. David Midoff, and I'm a specialist physical therapist over at Paso Manual Physical Therapy, where we help people avoid surgeries, injections, and pain medications so they can live a healthy, active, and mobile lifestyle. Our focus today is going to be in helping somebody who's got a low back stenosis problem. But let me tell you about stenosis in case you don't really know a whole lot about it and you're looking to learn more, and this is the first time you're looking for information about it. There's two types of stenosis in the lower back. One is called central stenosis and the other is called lateral stenosis. Another name for lateral stenosis is foraminal stenosis. That they mean the same thing. Stenosis, that the actual word stenosis just means that there's an opening where nerves pass that is closing off. And in stenosis in the low back, it's affecting the nerves that come off the low back that end up going into the legs. So oftentimes people that have stenosis in their back may have back problems or may not. They may not actually feel any pain in their back that is significant. Maybe they have a little bit of tightness or stiffness from time to time, but oftentimes what they do experience is some sort of pain or discomfort into both legs, or at least one leg more than the other. But both legs tend to be affected most times. Left untreated, people with stenosis might end up having a surgery to clean out the areas where the narrowing is happening and allow more space for the nerves. But here at El Paso Manual Physical Therapy, we do help people with lumbar stenosis problems, and we do it naturally in a way that opens up the spaces using muscles, using stretches, using the own body to naturally create more space around those nerves. And I've got my partner here. We're going to demonstrate a basic exercise routine that you can start at home right now to begin to open up the space around those nerves and reduce the symptoms that you might be suffering from lumbar stenosis. So we're going to start with exercise number one. We're going to do this one twice, once at the beginning, and then we'll do another exercise, a different one, and then we'll come back to this same exercise. And this routine needs to be done like this to get the full effect of opening up the nerve spaces as well as gliding the nerves within those spaces. So the first one, we're just going to free up some motion here. I call this one a slow motion bend. And if you think about it, what you have to think about is every bone in your spine, starting at the neck at the top, you want to bend forward segmentally one at a time and create a little bit of stretching through the spine. So let's have you go through that. Start with the neck here. Go ahead and tuck in the neck first. That sets the first bone to bend. Then begin to look down gradually, just at this pace. Begin to curl those shoulders forward so that you bend through the upper back area. And then suck in your abs so that you push the low back out and bend the parts of the low back, the bones of the low back. And then you're just going to slide your hands down towards your feet. Go as comfortably as you can go. Go as far as you can comfortably go. This is going to produce a stretch. You don't want to do an aggressive stretch here. Once you feel like you're at the limit of your stretch, then start to reverse the motion. So keep that chin planted down against your chest. Keep those shoulders rolled until you're up at that point where they have to unroll and your head has to get out of that position. And let's just repeat that 3 to 5 times. We're going to do it a couple more times here. Go ahead and tuck the chin in just so you can get a good view of it. Yep, curl those shoulders down so that the upper back bends. Then start sucking in those abs and come down. Now the intensity at which you'll stretch on a scale of 0 to 10, go ahead and come on up whenever you're ready. On a scale of 0 to 10, if 10 means you're going to tear something or it's the biggest stretch you've ever felt, keep it low, like a 1 or a 2 is enough. Once you get to that 1 or 2 down low, do one more time here. Once you get to a 1 or a 2 at the bottom point of your stretch, you may not even pass your knees, and that's okay. Then you're stopping, you're coming back up. No need to force your way down to your feet. That's a common misconception with this type of motion, is that you need to force your way down your legs, touch your feet, touch the floor if you can. I've seen some people really work their way into getting their palms flat on the floor, And it's just not necessary to achieve what we're trying to achieve here, to get the nerves to move and those spaces to open up. So after you've done that a few times, then I want you to lie down. So we've got this treatment table here, but at home, you can lie down on your bed or on the floor if that's okay with you. And what you're gonna do is keep your knees bent just like so. With your low back, just like you sucked in your abs on that last one, you gotta flatten out right here and suck in your abs to do the same motion here. Holding the back in that position, you're opening up the spaces where the holes are, where the nerves pass, and making sure there's enough clearance for all those nerves so that they're not getting pinched into the legs. Now, just getting into this position, it may cause some mild stretching in your low back. As long as it's not painful, that's okay, and it's okay to just feel that stretch. Now hold that back down flat. Then what I want you to do is start to curl up. You're doing the exact same motion, even with the chin and head, like you were doing standing, but now this is gonna challenge those abs a lot so that you can strengthen those abdominal muscles. Hold it for 10 seconds. You should feel like you're shaking a bit, and you're not gonna come all the way up. You're only coming up enough to the point to where you feel those abs working pretty hard. Then you get to relax for a bit. Now I'm gonna have my pal here go through just a few reps, but at home I want you to do 10 repetitions, holding each one for 10 seconds. So let's do another 1 or 2 here. Yep, back flat really good, chin is curled, shoulders are curled, abs are going, and he's getting a little bit shaky. And he's a strong fellow. This guy works out a couple times a day sometimes, most days of the week. But this position really challenges your abs. So if you feel like you can't go up as far as my friend is here, that's okay. Just do what you can to where you feel your abs working. The most important part of this exercise is that you feel these abdominals working hard, but not so hard that you're getting a cramp or that it's hurting you as far as like pain. And I do expect for you to have muscle fatigue though. That can feel painful if you haven't had a good ab workout in a while, so just mind the difference between true pain, like it's reproducing your problem that you're looking to get help for, versus your muscles are just getting tired. Good, so let's say that he's done 10 reps already. After you've done 10 reps, go ahead and come on back up, stand up, and we're gonna do that same exact one that he did at the beginning. So start with the head, you're gonna do that, it's like a double chin motion that you're doing, then begin to look down as you're holding that double chin, and then segmentally move each bone of your spine down, remembering to suck in those abs at the bottom. And you might find that you can go down further, easier, with still reaching that same stretch intensity. That's cool, just don't pass that 2 out of 10 stretch intensity like I said the first time around. And again, do another 3 to 5 reps here. Theoretically, you can do more than 5 and it probably won't hurt you. Just don't stretch aggressively. Now, if you're pushing it to a 3, 4, 5, or 8, 9, 10 stretch intensity on this exercise, you're probably gonna run into some discomfort and you might be pinching or really aggravating those nerves, which can cause some pain later on and just worsen the whole situation. So please be careful not to overstretch this if you've got a true stenosis problem. Great job. So let's say he's finished all 5 reps here. I want you to repeat this process hourly if possible if your symptoms are really bad, if they're more on the severe case. And the way that you would know it's a severe case is if you're having trouble every time you're up on your feet and you feel the leg pain right away, then that's a severe case. A more mild case is where you feel it once or twice a day. And a really mild case then is where you feel it once or twice a week. If it's on the more moderate to mild end, then you would just need to do this a few times a day and you can probably get the effects you're looking for. But generally, the more severe the problem is, the more often you would do this, and you'd probably cap out at doing this once every hour for a really severe case. Guys, I hope this helps you out. If you're dealing with a lumbar stenosis problem, you're watching this on YouTube right now, please share this with a friend that you know that this will help. We often get replies and comments and people contacting us about how we're helping them out, and stay in touch with us. Let us know how this helps you out. And if you found that this video was helpful for you, do me a big favor and hit the like button right here, and then just move your cursor over a bit more and hit the subscribe button so that you can get notified every time I release some helpful information for back problems and other body parts. And another option, if you're looking for even more help with back problems, head over to the main page for our YouTube channel and find the playlist that's full of back pain help videos. You'll find tons of tips in there, tons of great resources. You'll be able to get a good handle on solving your back problem. Now that being said, this is just the first step. This is not going to 100% cure a lumbar stenosis problem. It's a process that needs to be done over time with exercises and progression. But this is a great first step to just get it under control so that you can look to do the next step when the time is right. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Have fun. Bye-bye.